Hey friends, Lois with Ella Grace's Attic here with a lunchtime live. Today we're going to be doing a pumpkin twist. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be using some styrofoam balls. I've done this craft with you guys before, a little bit different last year. We did it last fall. We did a yarn pumpkin. Well, this is going to be, it's going to start off the same, but we're going to actually cover our pumpkin with this fun material. This is where the twist comes in. Hopefully you'll recognize Jack Skellington. I'm not a big Halloween decorator, but I was in, I actually got this at Walmart in the fabric section. I was looking for a ribbon and saw this. This is what's known as a fat quarter. You can get these at Walmart, at Hobby Lobby, anywhere that they sell material. They usually take, it's about, I think, a half a yard, if I remember, a quarter of a yard, Lois. That's why it's called a fat quarter. But anyway, it's a quarter of a yard of material, and they have all kinds of designs. And so if you have a small project, and I always look here first. I think it was last week I did the fabric flower, and I ended up having to get a bolt down out of the big section of the material and have them cut it, which is fine because they can still do a quarter of a yard or an eighth of a yard or whatever you need. But I always check this little section first, the fat quarter section, and it's usually on an end cap. It's not with all the bolts of material that you see, so it's usually kind of off. But they have a lot of different designs. Check there first before you go have something cut. It doesn't cost any extra. In fact, it's a little bit cheaper this way. So I found this. I actually thought of a friend who loves Halloween, Becky Long, if you're watching. So this is going to actually be a gift for her, and hopefully I have enough material left over to make one for myself. So we're going to put the material to the side, and we're going to start with our styrofoam ball. Now these came in a package. There was 6 in here when I bought it. It doesn't have the price, but if I remember correctly, it was about $4 or $5. I got it at Hobby Lobby. You can find these at Walmart as well. Most anywhere you find craft supplies, and it's lasted me a while. I usually have one left. So we're going to take our styrofoam ball, and we're going to take, I have a serrated knife. This is super easy. You're just going to make sure you hold it really, really tight. And what we're going to do is we're just going to shave off just a little bit at the top, just kind of making it a little flat top. So you'll see it went from round to having a little flat top, not much. Then I'm going to flip it over to where that flat piece is at the bottom, and that's going to be our top. For the bottom part, I'm going to go a little bit bigger as far as the, still not much, but instead of just the tip, I'm going to go a little bit bigger for my bottom half. Hold it snug. Okay, so you'll see that is a little bit bigger in diameter. That's kind of like a quarter, that's kind of like a 50-cent piece, okay? So I'm going to put the bigger bottom down on the, you see it sits flat instead of rolling. So now I'm going to get rid of the styrofoam. It's a little messy, and that's okay, but it's easy clean up. So now that I have it sitting flat, I've shaved off a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom. We're going to core it out, okay? Now, I'm going to be using my handy dandy Pampered Chef apple corer, okay? I'm going to use that for this project. If you don't have one of these, that's okay. Another way to do it is to just get you a quarter and put it on the top where you think is center. Hold it down. Take a pencil or a pen, it doesn't matter because it'll be covered. Outline your quarter. Take that off, and then you can use your serrated knife. You can use a potato peeler or whatever you have handy, and just kind of trace around that shape, that quarter shape, and then kind of push down and kind of core it out that way. You just want your circle to be close to quarter in diameter, which is what this is, okay? So now that I have explained that to you, you can take this cord, you can take any apple cord, it doesn't have to be Pampered Chef. This just happens to be the one that I have. So I'm gonna take my apple core, I'm gonna put it in as close to center as I can get it. I'm gonna kind of just I'm holding my styrofoam ball firm, and I'm kind of just twisting till I get it down to the bottom. And I felt it give, so see, I've gone through. So now I'm just going to keep twisting, and I'm gonna pull it out, and shabam, we just cord a styrofoam ball, okay? I'm gonna discard this piece, and now I'm left with, you'll see, a nice cord ball. So I'm gonna put that over to the side. I've got styrofoam everywhere. I'm gonna take apart our material, which is so cute. I hope Becky's watching or sees this. I might have to tag her because I thought about her. Halloween is her favorite holiday. And how fitting that we are turning Jack Skellington into a pumpkin. Okay, this is going to be handy. It's just the insert is cardboard. I'm going to save this for future use. All right, and so we're going to open up this material. But anyway, what I was saying is Jack Skellington is in The Nightmare Before Christmas, but he's known as the Pumpkin King. So we're going to use him for this material. I really think I'm only going to use a good square of this. I've got my material scissors. I'm kind of going to use 1/4 of this material. So I'm kind of, you want to kind of center it. I didn't measure this, I'm kind of just winging it. I want the material to kind of go up around and kind of into the hole, okay? So, gotta kind of, I'm totally eyeballing it. I'm really just cutting off the bottom 1/4 of it. Let me turn it around here. I'm leaving my ball in the middle because that's what I'm using to kind of measure. All right, so I've got that cut out. And just throw this to the side. Let me grab my ruler and I'll measure it for you guys, so you'll kind of know. So I cut out of that fat 1/4. It's about 10 inches wide and about 11 1/4 the other way. So as long, I just wanted, it's probably more than I need, but I wanted enough where I didn't fall short from going inside, okay? So this is gonna be really, really technical, okay? So y'all hold on to your socks, okay? So now that I have my styrofoam ball trimmed and cored in the middle, and I've got my material cut out, okay, are y'all watching? All I'm gonna do is take, I'm gonna start with the corner, and I'm gonna pull that up as tight as I can get it, or as, you know, you may want it a little bit looser, and I'm simply shoving that material with my finger. I shoved it down into the hole. Then I'm gonna kind of pleat, okay? You see how it already kind of naturally is making a little pleat? I'm just gonna, keeping that ball in the center, I'm gonna kind of work with the pleat, and I'm just gonna keep it tight. You know, you don't want any giant bubbles. It's gonna, you know, you wanna make sure you got it tight. Pushing down, all I'm doing is gathering up the material and shoving it down in the hole. It's that simple. Keep going. It's going to get a little snugger in there as you go around. That's okay. Now on this last little part, you're going to you have like some excess material. I'm just going to kind of put my finger down in there, and I'm going to kind of tuck it in as I go. Tuck this side in. There we go. So see, I just kind of tucked in either side so it came tight. You need to play with it a minute to get it to where you want it. See, so you just don't have any crazy poof sticking out. You want to try to keep the pumpkin shape. So now I'm shoving that all in, making sure I don't have any major bubbles or anything crazy. So this is what we have so far. Look at Jack, how cute is he? All right, and so now for that hole, what are we gonna do with that, right? So I have, this is very technical too. I simply have a stick from my yard. Y'all know I use these sticks all the time. There's 100 ways you can use sticks. They're not just for firewood, right? Crafts, okay? So I simply got a stick from my yard. I did trim it on either end with a saw, and this guy is about 4 inches long, only because I knew I was gonna have to go down a little bit. So you want it to be a little bit longer. It could even be half of this, but you want to kind of just shove it in there. Now this is serving two purposes, okay? You can shove it all the way down to the bottom if it'll go. If not, I mean, if you want a longer stem, you can leave it up a little bit. Now, I do have my hot glue gun fired up in case I needed it, but I don't have any major pooches that need to be, you know, tacked down. All my material fit in the hole nicely. So when I shove that stick down, that's actually helping hold our material in place. So this project doesn't even require hot glue, okay? Now, look how cute Jack Skellington pumpkin is. The Pumpkin King, isn't that precious? This is the perfect size for your tiered tray, for your mantle, anything like that that you do, any kind of pumpkin display. Now let me just say, these styrofoam balls are 2.8 inches in diameter, so close to 3 inches. But they do come in different sizes. You can get them bigger than this if you want to do a bigger pumpkin, and it's just going to require you to use a little bit more material, okay? Now we could leave him just like this, but y'all know me by now, I gotta add something, okay? So I think, okay, who's watching? Who is on here with me? Y'all say hi if you're watching. I think I see Danielle. Danielle, are you still on? If you're on, say so, because I got a question. I need to know. Do I use this ribbon? Y'all know I gotta jazz it up a little bit, so I'm gonna put a little bow on it. Do I use this orange and black ribbon, or do I use this lime green? How fun is that? I think I'm gonna do the lime green, just because. I also grabbed this Halloween ribbon I had from years gone by, but I think I'm gonna go with the lime green. I don't think I'm gonna tie it though. I think, Danielle says that's such cute fabric. Thank you, Danielle. All right, hold on. All right, I am just gonna tie a good old-fashioned bow. Like, I call this a shoelace bow, because that's what I'm doing, nothing fancy. This material, this ribbon is actually kind of elastic trim, so it's kind of fun. Hang on to your socks. I'm telling y'all, this one was, when I got the stuff out, I'm like, oh, we're gonna do that, this project with it, because I don't know about y'all, but I love DIYs, crafts that are not only super easy, but inexpensive, and this one fits that bill. All right, I'm just gonna trim my ribbon up a little bit. All right, I'm gonna move that to the side. Trying to see what side I like best. All right. I am going to use hot glue here. You could tie the ribbon around the stick, but I'm not doing that. Just because I don't want it to be big and bulky, I just want a little touch. A little extra something, something. Oh, there's my supper going off. So we're gonna have to, that thing's gonna keep going off too. All right, we're done. It is that easy. I apologize about the oven. It's gonna keep sounding off. Here is our pumpkin twist Jack Skellington. How cute is it? Look at that. It sits flat. Cutest pumpkin I ever did see. Perfect for Halloween. You could even keep it out for Christmas because Nightmare Before Christmas, right? That's the debate. Is it a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie? All right, I hope you enjoyed this lunchtime live, okay? And I hope it inspires you to do some styrofoam pumpkins. You can do it. Go back. You can find my yarn pumpkin video either on the Facebook under videos or over on YouTube, okay? But so you can do it with yarn or with any material. Have fun. And this is super easy. Your kids could do it. Let them go to the store and pick out one of those fat quarters of their choice and make their own pumpkin. If you make one, I'd love to see your pictures in the comments. Love you guys. Have a great day.